My chance to start a regular season game arrived unexpectedly in the middle of week 7. Our starter was injured, and I was the next man up. It took everything I had to calm my nerves. The preseason is one thing, but I'd be stepping out under the lights for real this time. Then we huddled up and headed out.
Team as they interplay. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Isaiah McKenzie, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
To kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike, 59.
Now it's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Ryan's pass.
The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been.
Marvin Jones.
All day, baby. Come on.
Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones.
Detroit.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
Lining up
No,
for the
it's
point
a thing
after.
of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
His kick
And
is
this
good.
one's right through to make it a 14-3
Makes the score
ball game.
Lions
They
14,
certainly made quick work of that,
Falcons
ultra-quick
3.
work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever
Matt
see.
Prater
Just
to
one
kick off
play
for
resulting in the
Detroit.
touchdown. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the gun, it's Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
Ryan's pass.
3 yards the gain there,
Hurst.
second down.
It's a
One
pickup
thing
of
you're
3.
hoping for when you run
Brings
drag
up
routes,
second and
you're able to
7
hit a receiver in
at the
stride and you can
44-yard
pick up
line.
a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was
Number
effective,
21,
able to stop him before he
Gurley,
could get a good
the
head of steam
ball
going.
He was
Call it a
brought
gain
down
of
at
5
his
there on the
49-yard
run, but they'll
line.
remain a yard or
It's a
two
gain of
short here
5.
with third down coming
Brings
up.
up third and 2.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
A gain
I'll
of
bet they
only a
thought they'd
yard.
pick that one up
It's
because it was a
fourth down.
3rd and 2 call.
Sterling
And they got
Hofrichter
awfully
in
close.
punt formation
Now we're at
for
4th
the
and
Falcons.
inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And that'll hit in the end zone.
The
Much too
Lions
much
take
leg
over
there.
first
That'll be a
and 10
touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense.
A gain of
What they have to be
27 on
careful
the
of
play.
is not having a
First
letdown.
down,
It was
Detroit.
really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. So here we are, Charles, speaking of this rookie quarterback. He's had one training camp and, gosh, I don't know, about a month and a half or so of regular season games to try to digest everything. Now here he is making his first NFL start.
And he will tell you that he is calm, has everything under control, that the butterflies won't get him. But let's just be honest about it. They have to affect him at least a little bit. Let's see if he can handle it. Now, preseason, I thought he was a little bit up and down. But you mentioned the time he's had with the team, the time watching the starter play. Here's his opportunity, and I would expect the coaching staff to emphasize what he does well in their play calling.
So does that mean you think the playbook shrinks a little bit here?
I think they have to be careful about that because here's the thing. NFL defenses, if you shrink the playbook too much, then it just really strangles your opportunity to try and move the football. You can't be too simplistic. But at the same time, as I mentioned before, they will emphasize what he does best, try and call plays in that genre to help him out. Remember, he didn't know he was going to be a starter until late in the week, so he didn't have much time to prepare. That meant this coaching staff had to go over.
Touchdown, Detroit!
Touchdown, Detroit.
Kenny Galladay, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And it's 21-3.
The kick is
good. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions.
3. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by the former Falcon, Desmond Trufant. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Part of what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
To kick off for Detroit.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right?
Complete to Calvin
They'll
Ridley.
contain him to just 4. Second down.
39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Operating from the
Second
gun.
and 6.
Ryan, left side completion to Jones.
That's good.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one a first down
First and
pickup
10
of 8.
at the 47-yard line.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
21, Todd
It's a
Gurley
6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
At the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
They
second
run
and
out of the
4.
shotgun with Gurley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard
To
line.
Todd Gurley.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
big loss on the
Christian
play.
Jones
Brings up
in
fourth
there to
down.
take him down on what will
Sterling
take us to the
Hoffrichter in
2-minute
punt
warning.
formation for
Here's
the
Sterling
Falcons.
Hoffrichter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here comes Amendola. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
Lions take
And
over
the Lions will
first and
take
10.
over.
At their
Out
own
comes this field
23-yard
general
line.
once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And they must have seen something leading up to this one that said, hey, we're going to be able to go deep because they've gone deep with a lot of success. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they?
Complete to
Everything is
Kenny
working for
Golladay.
them. Every move they make
gain of
works.
13
It
yards.
clicks, and they are
First
on
down,
point right now.
Lions.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he works free.
Missed.
There he goes left side. And he'll get into
Touchdown,
the end
Detroit.
zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes?
Matt
That's not
Prater
something
lining
rookies
up
are supposed to
for
be
the
doing with
point
the
after.
ease in which he's doing it.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for
His
5
kick
now as he
is
knocks
good.
another one through to extend
Makes
the
the
lead.
score
The long
Lions
touchdown
35,
pass gets him 6
Falcons
on a
3.
very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The
And this will
Falcons
not
take
be
over
returned.
first
It'll
and
come
10.
out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough
Lions
points with the high-powered offenses that you
complete to
face.
Russell
And
Gage.
analytics will tell you,
He steps out of
try and
bounds
score
behind the
when
line of
given the
scrimmage.
opportunity.
Ball, team, we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, and that is incomplete.
Ryan's
A lot of
pass.
force bearing down on him
Intended
there. He
for
could not
Calvin
hang on.
Ridley.
It's third down.
Incomplete.
After an incomplete
It's
pass
now
on
third down
second down,
and
that'll leave
9
him trying to
yards to
convert.
go.
On 3rd and 9. It's caught. Jones. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ryan will throw again. Short throw underneath to Hurst. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Play action. It's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
First down.
A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing again, Ryan. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain there makes it first and goal.
Mike, check, 59.
Again, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up a lot. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20.
You gotta love it, baby. Give me some more.
Score. Touchdown, Lions. Well, how about that for an exciting end to the half? I mean, instead of surrendering a late field goal at the gun, they run back the block kick to extend their lead.
What's that old expression? Fortune favors the bold. They boldly went after it, got it. Worked out pretty darn well for them.
Now Prater to add the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's good. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's
The
loose.
conversion is no good on the fake
So we've
extra
reached
point.
halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin out in Houston, and at halftime, it's the Packers who have built up a good-sized lead. Aaron Jones, a touchdown run in that first half. Next, we're off to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lamar Jackson with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And that one, all even as they play the visiting Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Down at the 26.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst.
Ryan's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Amendola set to return it. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
It's a gain of 10.
You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear
That is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment here. It pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You throw it where you feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh, did I get it right? In this case, they can celebrate.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Johnson.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down.
And a yard at the 25-yard line.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in.
The conversion is
no
good
one was expecting a fake
point.
there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their area. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's looking for Ridley again. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
A gain of 16 yards.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Johnson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Number 33, carry on.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down. yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The pass.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there.
intended for
Back-to-back
TJ
incompletions. Receivers
Incomplete.
blanketed on both attempts.
It's
This time on third down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
14-yard line.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense. Come on, guy.
Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
To throw again is Ryan. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Ryan's pass.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Lions 29-yard line.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
26-yard line.
From the gun, Ryan. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays. Harder to move it.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Gonna save the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Gano now, following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10. At their own
and Detroit getting set to go now. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
54, right there, right there.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to...
I can still remember the excitement in the locker room after my first regular season game. The hugs, handshakes, and most of all, the words of encouragement from my mentor. It was great to know my teammates recognized my performance out on the field, and I was ready to show them that things were going to get even better. It was a tough break for the injured guy, but this was huge for me. The Press wanted a quote, which is how things happen like they did. For a few last photos and left the podium. Later that day, I checked the headline and was shocked to see one in particular about my presence.